Morning students. In earlier class we have discussed about the Heaviside expansion formula, which is used to find the inverse Laplace transformation of various functions. The functions which have repeated roots or a function which have distinct roots. Now we are going to use this formula to find the inverse Laplace transformation of the various function. First of all, we have to find the inverse Laplace transformation of a function 2p square minus 4 upon p plus 1, p minus 2, p minus 3 by using the Heaviside expansion formula. Here, by comparing this function with the Heaviside expansion formula, here we find that fp is equals to 2p square minus 4 and gp is equals to p plus 1. gp is equals to p plus 1, p minus 2, p minus 3. Or if we solve or if we calculate gp, then we get this one as p square minus p minus 2, p square minus p minus 2 into p minus 3, or this is equals to p cube plus 2p square p cube plus 2p square minus 3p minus 5p minus plus 3p minus 2, sorry, this is plus p plus 6 p cube minus 3p square minus p square minus 3p square minus p square 4p square, rather this one is, if we solve this one, then this is minus 4p square p cube minus 3p square minus p square minus 4p square minus plus 3p minus 2p plus p plus 6. So p cube minus 4p square plus p plus 6. Now if you find g dash p, then g dash p is equals to 3p square minus 8p plus 1. G dash p is equals to 3p square minus 8p plus 1. Now here we see that gp is equals to p plus 1, p minus 2, p minus 3. gp has linear factors, or gp is a polynomial involving linear factors p minus 3 plus 1, p minus 2 and p minus 3. So if we take gp is equals to 0, then we get p is equals to minus 1, p is equals to 2 and p is equals to 3. So here we get that gp has 3 distinct zeros. gp has 3 distinct zeros as alpha 1 is equals to minus 1, alpha 2 is equals to 2 and alpha 3 is equals to 3. So all the roots of gp are distinct. So now we can use the Heaviside expansion formula using by Heaviside expansion formula. The Heaviside expansion formula says that inverse Laplace transformation of Fp upon Gp with respect to x, when all the zeros are different or all the roots of Gp are different, then the inverse Laplace transformation of Fp upon Gp is equals to, this is f of alpha r upon z dash alpha r into e raised to alpha r x. Here there are three zeros of Gp, so we can write this one as f of alpha 1 upon z dash alpha 1 e raised to alpha 1 x plus f of alpha 2. This is rather summation. R is equals to 1 to here 3. F of alpha 2 upon z dash alpha 2 e raised to alpha 2x plus f of alpha 3 upon z dash alpha 3 into e raised to alpha 3x. So putting the values of the three different zeros, we get this one f of alpha 1 is here minus 1, so f of minus 1 upon z dash minus 1 e raised to minus x plus f of alpha 2 here is 2, so f of 2 upon z dash 2 e raised to 2x plus f of 3 upon z dash 3 e raised to 3x. So by putting fp and the values of g dash p, here fp is equals to this one, so we get this one as f of minus 1, f of p is equals to this one. So this is 2 minus 4, that is minus 2 upon g dash minus 1, g dash p is equals to this one. So g dash minus 1 is 3 plus 8 plus 1, 3 plus 8 plus 1, that is 12 into e raised to minus x, e raised to minus x plus f of 2. F of 2 here is f of 2, that is 4 minus, that is 0. F of 2 that is 2p square minus 4, so 2 into 4, that is 8 minus 4, that is 4 upon z dash 2 here is 12 minus 16 plus 1 13 minus 3 upon minus 3 e raised to 2x plus f of 3 upon g dash 3, f of 3 is 18 minus 4, 18 minus 4, that is 14 upon z dash 3 is this one, z dash 3 9, 27 minus 24 plus 1, that is 4 e raised to 3x, and solving this we get minus 1 by 6 e raised to minus x plus minus 4 upon 3 e raised to 2x plus 7 upon 2 e raised to 3x, which is the required solution of this problem by using the Heaviside expansion formula. Another problem we can solve by using the Heaviside expansion formula for the function p plus 5 upon p plus 1 into p square plus 1. Here, by comparing with the Heaviside expansion formula, here fp is equals to p plus 5 and gp is equals to p plus 1 p plus 1, p square plus 1, or we can write it as p plus 1, p plus iota, and p minus iota. We can write it one as p plus iota, p minus iota. Or again we can write Gp as pq plus p square plus p cube plus p square plus p plus 1. Then z dash p is equals to 3p square plus 2p plus 1. G dash p is equals to 3p square plus 2p plus 1. Now, since we here see that Gp is equals to p plus iota, p plus 1, p plus iota, p minus iota. So Gp has three distinct roots, minus 1, I minus iota and iota. So Gp has three distinct roots, distinct zeros. Alpha 1 is equals to minus 1, alpha 2 is equals to 1, and alpha 3 is equals to alpha 2 is equals to iota, and alpha 3 is equals to minus iota. So by using the Heaviside expansion formula, inverse Laplace transformation of p plus 5 upon p plus 1 into p square plus 1 with respect to x is equals to f of alpha 1 is minus 1, f of minus 1 upon z dash minus 1 e raised to minus x plus f of iota upon z dash iota e raised to iota x plus f of minus iota upon g dash iota e raised to f of minus iota upon z dash minus iota e raised to minus iota x. Or we can write this one as f of minus 1 upon z dash minus 1 e raised to minus x plus twice of real part of f of iota upon z dash iota e raised to iota x. Now putting these values of these roots, putting the values of these roots or these zeros in the functions f p and z dash p, here we get f of minus 1 upon z dash minus 1, f of minus 1, f of p here is p plus 5, so this is equals to f of minus 1, that is minus 1 plus 5 means plus 4 upon z dash minus 1, g dash p is equals to this one, so g dash minus 1 is 3 minus 2 plus 1, so 4 minus 2 minus 2 into e raised to minus x plus twice of real part of f of iota means this is pi plus iota upon z dash iota. Z dash iota is minus 3, so 2 iota minus 2 into e raised to iota x. So this is equals to minus 2 e raised to minus x. Here by taking 2 common, this is plus the real part of 5 plus iota upon iota minus 1 into e raised to iota x. By manipulating slightly, by multiplying this one by iota plus 1 and iota minus 1, we get it as minus 2 e raised to minus x plus real part of 5 plus iota into iota plus 1 upon minus 2 into e raised to iota x. Or slightly solving this one, we get minus 2 of e raised to minus x minus 1 by 2. This is 5 minus iota plus iota square minus this is 4. 5 iota plus iota, that is 6 iota into e raised to iota x. 4 plus 6 iota, this one. Now if you putting the values of e raised to iota x, then we get this h minus 2 e raised to minus x minus 1 by 2 into 4 plus 6 iota into cos x plus iota sin x. This is real part, rather 1 by 2 real part, this is 1 by 2 the real part of this one. And by multiplying this one by this and taking the real part of this one, we get the required result minus 2 e raised to minus x minus 1 by 2. Real part of this one is when 4 multiplied by cos x, that is 4 cos x, and 6 iota multiplied by iota sin x, that is minus 6 sin x. So this is equals to, this is the real part, so this is equals to minus 2 e raised to minus x minus twice of cos x plus 3 of sin x, which is the required inverse Laplace transformation of the function by using the Heaviside expansion formula. So if we use the Heaviside expansion formula, we can get the inverse Laplace transformation of the various function slightly easier than the traditional method, which is the partial fraction method. Thank you very much.